Hey, Amber, can people see my camera or only you see my camera if it's on?
I heard a small voice. Was that one
Oh,
of you there?
sorry. It was Liz.
Hi, Liz.
If I leave my camera on, can you see me or is that
Yes,
recorded?
I see you in your garden background, but
Okay.
you're about this big.
Okay, you can't really see me. Okay.
Yeah, you can leave it on or off. It's lovely if
Okay.
you leave it on, but it's okay if you don't want to, because
Okay.
I'm usually standing back there.
Okay.
But I will mute folks. Oh, let's oh, congratulations, Shanika! I'm excited for you. Yay! I'm glad you're feeling better. Let's make sure we do a check-in in the middle, y'all, because I think it's necessary for my updating grades. So I will remind myself to stop and check in the middle. Okay, let's get going. And need like wave or chat a few times to if you need me to stop in the middle, because the sound is only coming through my headphones today for some reason. I don't know. I'm gonna get us started rather than trying to fix that. Sorry, I didn't mean to be blaring at you guys. That was all funny today. There we go. Sound okay on your end, hopefully. Starting your engines. I'm going to use functional strength training. Let's spike ourselves up. Knees high. Step it wide. You can just freestyle if you want. We're just trying to get your heart rate up so that your blood's pumping, so that it's a little bit easier to move your body. Let's make some weird snakies today for the heck of it. I'm going to tuck it in, across the body. Now let's get our knees up higher so we're more twisting. Good. Kick your butts. Little squat in the middle. How about in the center? I don't know why, but for me, that always feels harder. I think it's because I'm tight. All right, legs together, little bounce. We're going to warm up the upper back by pressing our chest forward. Yeah, so really think about your ribs going. It's tempting to use the shoulders, which feels good. You can do that as well, but make sure you're moving your rib cage. Step wide. Swish those hips side to side, forward and back. Tuck it in, big breath in. We're going to lead out and curl center and bring it up. Shoulders down, lean over. And curl center, really contract to lifting up and center. And lean out. And contract. And come up. And lean over. And contract. Go ahead and gently roll your head down and just check in with yourself. Your flexibility out this morning. Shake that head a little bit. All right. Soft knees, comfortable turnout. So sort of wherever your thighs go. Make sure your knees are lined up with your toes. And we're going to tuck forward, side, back, side. Forward, reverse, back, side. Reverse. Just a couple more times before we do our Alvin Ailey abdominal side series. Okay, so we want to do this next exercise. Lift it through those legs, but at least neutral in the pelvis. Even better if you can get slightly to 12 o'clock, but that's a challenge. I always fight for the 12 o'clock and hope I stay at neutral. That's sort of what we're looking for here. Okay, your hips are going to go over to the right. Really let your hip come out. You might even feel a stretch on the outside of this hip because it's so far over. Tip it back just so that you know what it feels like to tip back. We don't want to do this exercise tip back. We want to try and hold it forward. Yeah? Okay, out. 2, 3, 4, coming up. Leave your hips right there and pull it in. Switch over. Take a moment before we go through the motions. Make sure you haven't tipped back in the switch. Here we go. 2, coming up. 2, 3, 4. Hip over. 2, 3, 4. Up. Hold it in nice and tight. 4. Switch. 4. 2, 2, 1. Up. Try to get your front of your side working, not your back of your side. If you feel your back lifting you up, you've come way far forward, and we're trying to get side. Switch over. 2, 3, 4. Up. 2, 3, 4. Switch over. So you're trying to get those obliques here. Pulling in. Pelvic floor is up. Pilates scoop is in. Okay. 2, 2, 1, 2, 1. Switch. 2, 1. Up. 4, 2. Switch. How are your shoulders? Are they still down your back? I hope. And singles over. And up and switching over. And up and switching. And up and switching over. And that's enough. And arms back. Big circle. Arms way back. Big circle. Way back. Nice big squat. You're going to clap your hands against an imaginary basketball. Then forward, back. Drop your hips. A little bounce. Stomachs in, shoulders back, more like someone's pulling your fingers. Okay, let's bring it up. Good. Shoulders back. Here we go. We're dropping down. Rawr, for monster walks. Remember, we're lifting up through the pelvic floor and in through the belly. And for your monster walks, you want to stay down as low as you can with steady switching from side to side. And you're trying to keep your knees and toes in line with each other. But mostly you don't want to go like this. This is not a monster walk. Do a couple more. I'm going to scooch my mat over because it's in a silly place. There we go. All right, come center. Knees and toes straight forward. We're just going to arch, neutral, curve, neutral, arch, neutral, curve. Neutral pulling in and up the whole time. Hopefully your thighs are saying good morning. Hold that spine. And we're going to step just as wide as the outside of your hips. Shift your weight over and then pulse that leg up. I'm still bent in my standing leg. Hips are perfectly still. Switch sides. Over. Stay low. Stay even with the floor and pulse. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And switch sides. It's so nice to see a live camera. I had forgotten. Hi. I feel you out there. That's really nice. Thank you. And switch. Staying low and engaged. And take that knee down to the floor so it's pointing straight down. Open to the side. It's hard to stay flat here because your hips want to lift that leg. Let's switch. Shoulders back, lift it in, nice and low in the legs, and we'll go back. All right, same actions, but with straight standing legs. So now I'm pushing the floor away. 6, 7, 8, take it over. Up, and tuck them up. Feel your abs really pulling in and up. Shoulders back. And switch. I'm going to turn to the side so you can kind of see my position a little better. Straight standing leg. Ah! There we go. And take it over. Rising up, push the floor away, and really tuck that leg and thigh up underneath yourself. And side. Straight leg, both legs down, straight to the side. Press into the floor, especially into the ball of the foot. I really depend on the mirror of my camera for balance, I notice. So when I turn sideways, it feels different to balance. You guys ever notice that? Down. All right. We're going to take our foot and point it, turn the knee out, and we're going to reach forward and just tap the top of the foot on the floor. So I'm going to show you front view first. Take that foot, turn it out, top of the foot on the floor, tap it. I'm going to turn sideways so you can see the direction my knee turns out. The top of my foot touches the floor. And then I'm contracting my belly, letting my shoulders come forward, curving my spine. The temptation is going to be, because we walk on the bottom of our feet, to tuck your toe. I do not want you to tuck your toe. I want you to point your toe. Yeah, so the top of your foot should touch the floor. My front knee is parallel. My back leg is turned out. All right. Let's roll down. 2, 3. Go ahead and walk your legs. I'm going to go on the diagonal here for a little bit. All right, feet all the way together. Squeeze those thighs together, bend your legs. We're going to flatten that back out, lifting up through your core. Arms back. I want you to clap that basketball that's right behind your hips and bend your knees. And reach your shoulders back, chest up. Find that squat. And lifting up through your core, shoulders back. Add a little bounce in your thighs. Good, good. Arms swing forward up. And curve your butt underneath. Can you sit down to the floor? Hooray! If you need a little moment, take your moment. Let's all get down on the floor. We're going to hold our thighs all the way together today. Big breath in. Shoulders. Exhale. Keeping the shoulders back and the chest open all day today. Legs together. Here we go. Roll downs. 2, 1. Gosh, don't you want to collapse that chest? I sure do. Let's keep our chest up, even though we're hollowing in and down on the bottom. Legs together. Rise. 3, 2, 1. Heart up. 3, 2, 1. Heart up. 3, 2, 1. Heart up. Lower back is going down and back, but your heart's going up and out. Stay there. Little pats. Imagine a super cute animal. Since it's April, I'm going to say these are bunnies. Pat the bunnies. Right leg straight and keep it nice and tight. Switch your legs, friends, and pat those bunnies on the back. Switch. 2, 3, 4. Switch. 6, 7, 8. 1, 2. Switch. 1, 2. Switch. 1, 2. Switch. 1, 2. Switch. Both. Arms up. And lift your chest. Fall down. Rise up. And flex those feet. We're going to do neck rolls. So our shoulders are open over our ribs, over our hip bones. Try to be up on your sits bones, not curved back. If you're feeling really curved back, like you're hanging on, soften those knees. Works just as well. Head goes forward, neck goes forward, shoulders connect. Shoulders come back together, neck and head. Head goes forward, neck goes forward, shoulders and neck. Pause right here. How is your lower body? Your lower torso should still be upright. If you have a wall and you want to test it, you can do it against a wall and try and keep your lower back up against the wall, not falling down and curving back. Yeah. Shoulders together, neck and head. We're going head, neck, shoulders, shoulders, neck, head. We're going to add roll downs. 2. This. Keep your body compressing in and up. You're a tube of toothpaste. Down, roll down. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Got to move my mic back. It's too far. Arms come up. There we go. Ah. Let your arms relax. Let your whole body relax. Shake your head side to side. Release any tension in the neck. We don't need to hold on to that. It's not beneficial. Soften those shoulders down and lift your arms up enough, pardon me, so that you can re-engage those ribs. When your arms go all the way back to the floor, our ribs often open and spread in the front. I want you to find the place where your ribs come back down and together. So the very, very top of your rectus abdominis is squeezing when you, yeah? We're gonna keep that latched in for the whole rest of this exercise. For me, that feels comfortable with my shoulders down, just a little bit before my thumbs can touch the floor, yeah? All right, take that moment, big breath in. We're gonna lift our pelvic floor. We're gonna take a big breath in. We're gonna hollow out the lower abs, lifting in and up. So we're compressing upwards into the rib cage and the ribs are now down. All right, everything's tight in your torso. We're gonna put everything back together. We're gonna go arms up to the ceiling. Let them go farther than your head, neck, shoulders. Stay right here. Your shoulders and ribs are off the floor. Just my bottom ribs are on the floor. Recheck that all of this is pushing in and up. And I want you to imagine reaching through your heels. And that reach through your heels is going to connect with the reach through your forehead and your fingertips. That's what gets you over. Try not to jump up in that tough spot. You can claw your way up your thighs. That's okay. But don't jump because that skips the hard part for your body. Head, neck, shoulders forward. All together, we'll go shoulders back, neck, back, head. Flip your hands and roll down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Your arms and head keep going. Don't lose your abs, please. Arms come back up to the sky. Lift your head, lift your neck. Reach through your heels. Come up slow. Try not to jump with your abs. Head, neck, shoulders and arms. Shoulders back, neck, head. Roll down and hollowing up. Find that floor. Articulating the spine, up with the arms. Head, neck, shoulders. Reach forward with the feet. Good, you did great. We're gonna walk your hips, lifting one and the other. Now walk it back. Walk it forward. I'm gonna turn while I'm walking. All right, arms back, straight leg lift. Relax each time. So put the leg all the way back in the floor, please. I want you to feel your inner quadricep working. It's gonna probably try and turn out. Don't let it, please. Keep it perfectly parallel. Check your hips. It's okay to support yourself with those hands on the mat. Switch leg. Lifting it up and shoulders back, heart pushes forward. All right, and take your legs and bend them, turn them out. Lift up and drop your head, big breath. Pick the lint off your pats. Well, that's what we all do when we're in this stretch. Picking off the cat fur. Take a moment to close your eyes and have compassion for your body. Thank you, body, for letting me do fun and sweaty things that feel good, especially when you're tired. Roll it up. Celebrating where you are today. Here we go. Turned out legs. We're going to lift them. Try to stay up. You can put your hands down. Keep it turned out, lift it. Try to sit up. You can put your hands down to support your back and lift it. Switch sides. Good, 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 good. Knees stay open. We're gonna curl it down. Curl it down. Let your toes scooch in as you need. Find that hollowed out place. Your chest is curved right now, right? Can you press your chest and curve it? Can you press your chest and curve it? Let's do wide arms. Press it and curve it. Still keeping that in and up feeling with the lower abs. Roll down to the floor. Let your knees stretch open for a moment. Feeling your back on the ground. Feeling your pelvic floor, body's in, ribs together, arms are gonna float up. We're gonna do the same exercise, but with turned out bent legs. Here we go. Arms going up, 2, head, neck, shoulders. Oh no, I'm stuck. What do I do? Let your legs sneak out a little further to help you up. Sneak it up. 2, come to up, try, lift those legs out, head, neck, shoulders in, shoulders, neck, head. Arms up. Both legs are gonna bend. Now we're gonna roll down. So curve with your lower back. And arms up, feel your core. And arms come up to the sky. Lift your head, neck. Oh no, I'm stuck. Stretch your legs to get up. Good, good. Turned out legs, have a stretch. All right. Let's come on to your legs. And legs come forward. Feel for that nice flat back. Yeah, so no booties out. One hip's right on top of the other. Your arm's gonna slide in front of your body to help remind you where vertical hips are. Open that, clam. Remember, if your hips are rocking away from your arm here, then you know that you're using your back. And I want you to be using your external rotators. So you're talking about feeling this on the bottom of your butt, where your thigh plugs into your butt, right behind your hip socket. And there are some horizontal muscles there that are the external rotators. Piriformis is one of the 6. I'm not letting my knee get any closer to my head here. Notice that. Good. All right, straighten that leg. Now, when I straighten my leg, my hip tends to fall out and away. Do you feel that feeling? Go ahead and let it happen for a moment. If you can feel it happen, then it's easier to adjust in the middle. Now I'm going to use my abs to pull one hip back on top of the other. Nice and solid core. Hips stay still. Circle that leg. So I'm circling the whole thigh. And if I look down my body, it looks like I'm trying to draw a circle on the wall on that side. Stabilize. All right, reverse. Good, hold still now. Rotate that thigh in the thigh socket. Good, bend that leg. Look down your body. Now I tend to usually see people's butts go back and knees come forward when we bend the leg. For this exercise, you want to keep your thigh in line with your torso. And that takes extra booty work. Yes, that's the idea. Extend and hamstring tightens. Extend and hamstring tightens. Extend and hamstring tightens. Extend. You might be feeling some feelings here on the side of your hip from stabilizing that leg. That's fine too. All right, let's let it go. Roll to your stomach. Run through your Pilates and pelvic floor lifts. So we're gonna lift the pelvic floor, lift your Pilates scoop, neutral or 12 o'clock pelvis. Relax the pelvis, then let go of your abs, smush them out into the floor, and then let go of your pelvic floor. We want to do it in that order so that you're controlling the order. And as you repeat, go ahead and start repeating on your own while I'm talking. As you repeat, they tend to go out of order. So you might like release your back and accidentally release your pelvic floor. That's still is controlling, keeping that pelvic floor in as we transition to other movements. Yeah, so pelvic floor, Pilates scoop, lengthen the back, release the back, release the scoop, release the floor. Floor, scoop, back, back, scoop, floor. Up, in, lengthen, release, drop, drop. Up, in, lengthen, release. Release your belly, release your pelvic floor. Pelvic floor, Pilates scoop, pelvic tilt. All right, lengthen through that tailbone. Pull your thighs all the way together. Really squeeze them together. We're going to slide our arms up. And I want you to just rock your hips today and see if you can keep that Pilates scoop and pelvic floor lifted. We're going to come center, lengthen that lower back so you're trying to be neutral or 12 o'clock spine. Legs together. Now we're going to lift up our head, neck, shoulders, right arm. At the very top here, you are only seeing like a few inches above your head. So don't look out at the wall or the screen if you can help it, because that just crunches your neck. You want to practice with a long neck. Here we go, left side and continuing. Head, neck, shoulders, left arm coming down. Nice and slow, articulate your spine, and we'll go head, neck, shoulders, right arm down. 2. Notice how at the very top you might feel yourself start to push down through that pelvic floor. I want you to think about lengthening through your top of your head instead. Lengthen through your feet. Really fight to keep those abs up. All right, both arms are coming up. Even yourself out first. Here we go, both arms. Squeeze those legs back together. Pelvic floor, abs up. Check that your shoulder blades are still down and back. Lengthening instead of pushing down. One more. Good. Take your hands down by your rib cage, elbows in, shoulders back, press up. And back into a child's pose. Really stretch your back out by pressing with your hands into the mat. Your tailbone goes down into your heels and opens up your back. And if it feels good to rock side to side here, go ahead and enjoy that. Enjoy it. Let it feel good. Find some breath, soften things out. Our goal is not to do an action and then maintain tension. We want to have fluidity and length in our muscles, not just turn them into big knots. Yeah. All right. On all fours, let's clarify our all fours position. So I'm going to do it sloppy first. Yeah. Okay. My hands should be under my shoulders, but I don't want to be hyperextended like this. I want to use my muscles instead of my bones to support me. So I'm going to micro bend those elbows, rotating them towards my thighs. I'm going to roll my shoulders back. Pointer fingers are straight up. Yeah. And then I'm going to flatten my back out. So I'm going to lift in through my Pilates scoop and through my pelvic floor. Tuck my shirt in. So I can see for sure that I'm really lifting my Pilates scoop. Yeah. Here we go. And let's go ahead and arch and curve through that lower back for a little bit. Finding flexibility. Actively pressing into your hands. So don't let your hands be tired or just like rest on those bones. We're pressing into the mat. All right, when you look straight down, your thigh bones should be parallel. So that means we're not too wide or sideways or too close or too far. Knees are right underneath your hip sockets. All right, with all that set up, big cat cow, we're gonna curl to the cat like it's Halloween. Pull your belly button all the way in. Try and round all the way through your back. Lifting your lower back as far as you can. Inhale, center, keeping your pelvic floor and your Pilates scoop in place. Exhale, drop open your belly. Shoulder blades pinch together. Tailbone really reaches up. And then chin lifts in and up. So long back of the neck as much as you can. You shouldn't see the wall. That would crunch your neck. You can probably see out here. Yeah. All right. Come back center. Right leg and bottom are going to slide out. Maintaining that nice flat back. And come back home. 3, 4. Switch out. 2, 3, 4. And in. 2, 3, 4. Take it out. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. In. 2, 3, 4. Sorry, I have this mic pack on my back, so I feel like it's really hard to see that my back is flat. I'm thinking I need to call him Quasimodo because he's absolutely important to you guys being able to hear me while I teach, but he sometimes looks a little awkward or out of place. Quasimodo the mic pack. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Did you lose your Pilates scoop perhaps? Did your lower back start to sag? If you're getting too spry with your legs, you're going to lose that back flatness, which means that you'll be working your lower back muscles instead of your abs. We're trying to keep our abs engaged here. Not let your lower back muscles take over. All right. Come back. Remember when we sit on our feet, most of us tend to cross our toes because that seems natural, but a happier way to stretch out those ankles is with your toes pointing straight back. All right, while your thighs and feet are getting stretched, just be sat on. Some of you will sit this way perfectly without thinking about it because you've been doing it for a while, but some people is a really intense stretch. So if you don't feel a stretch here, then what I want you to do to increase the stretch is to go ahead and drop your hips back a little bit into that 12 o'clock position and see if you can feel a little bit of a thigh stretch. It's okay if you're not, because what we're going to do to distract you is a hand and forearm exercise. Okay, so I'm going to take my hands and flex them all the way back towards my hand. So I feel the back of my forearm getting an exercise and the front of my forearm getting a stretch. And then I'm going to do the opposite. I'm going to make a fist, pull them all the way down like I'm having little kitty cat paws. Yes. So like fireworks, kitty cat paws, fireworks, kitty cat paws, fireworks. There might be all kinds of feelings you're having here because most of us have overworked and under-strengthened wrists and forearms. Whether it's because you are using your controllers the same way too much, typing too much, lifting up 26-pound babies, whatever it is, this might be surprisingly effortful. It sure is for me. Every time I do it, I'm like, whoa. And also I noticed that I'd expect my hands to just like smoothly move, but they get all gnarled and uneven while I'm doing it. Fun facts. All right, shake that out. It's a great exercise to do every day. It will help you with arm balancing and it will help prevent tendonitis from typing or lifting children. Here you go. Stand on one leg. See if you can find your balance. I'm cheating my toes on the ground. Oh. Now notice my hips want to tip over. Can I come back by controlling my hips? This is a playful experiment. Shift over. So my belly button is in the middle of my legs when I'm on two legs. When I'm on one leg, it's going to shift. So my belly button is over that one leg. And that made my hips uneven. Try and get that leg off the floor. Can I tip my hips back? That's the fun play experience. Ooh, it's weird. You can put your arms on. That makes it easier. Lift hips. Drop them back down. How's your Pilates scoop? Just a balance, playful balance exercise. All right, here's another one. Can you draw that foot forward? Woo! All right, tuck it back. All right, okay. Let's come down to our backs. We're gonna stretch hip first. Okay, sorry, I'm thinking about what order to do the next three things in. Go ahead and take your right leg and we're just gonna lay it open on the floor and it might look like this on you, yeah, if your hips are tight. So I want you to take a moment and see if you can lay that thigh open and then stroke the top of your shin and your foot. And what we want is to point the foot so that your shin and the top of your foot are one line, yeah? One line, not a flexed foot, but a pointed foot. And that makes this one log that you can roll over, yeah? Go ahead and bend your other leg and just lean out over that bent leg. Try and put both hips down if you can. Let's switch them. Same idea. Find where you can lay that shin down if you can, and point that foot, stroke it, stretch it out a little bit. All right, now you're gonna take the other one in the front. And you're gonna try and get this flat shin and foot perpendicular to your spine. And we're just gonna rock our hips forward over the front. And I'm not even coming off of my butt here, but I'm gonna rock my head and shoulders forward. And I want you to notice the feeling that your head and neck, even though you might be intending to send them straight forward, they're probably gonna drift out to that side at first. And so let's see if we can keep that momentum straight forward. And if you're feeling it, you can rock up and put your weight on the outside of that shin just gently. Now, if your foot is bent here and you're trying to get up on that shin, it's gonna push you way off to the side and or it's gonna twerk that, twist that ankle. So do point your foot. Let's switch sides and try it this way a little bit. We're gonna build up on this idea. I am super tight in this knee here, and I think it's because my IT band is super tight. So before we do the next part, we're gonna do a little IT band stretch. Just have a little experiment. Okay, good. All right, now this is your left leg. Your IT band is a band of connective tissue that goes up from your greater trochanter, down the side of your thigh, down the side of your calf. And I always think of it as kind of curling around along the underside of this little ankle nubbin. When you have, when you see a divot in the muscles on the side of the leg between the gastrocnemius and the, I don't know what that's called on the top, that's my homework. And then on the side of your leg between the quadriceps and the hamstrings, that divot, which is also where they usually put the stripes on your Adidas pants or whatever, yes? That's where your IT band is. And it's usually super tight on most of us. So, but it's hard to get into, and when you touch it, it's tender. So I'm gonna take all of my hands kind of lined up like blades, and I'm gonna press into that gap. And I'm doing like a steady smush, like you're trying to put a deep groove in some Play-Doh. No. And it's often very tender if you don't give it love, but if you give it some attention and stretching on a more regular basis, or if you use a foam roller over here, it won't be tender like it is the first few times that you get in there. It can get tightened again through activity, so it's a good thing to add to your regular basis. So let's check out this other side. Reaching down, feeling the outside of your ankle bone, up through that divot. It's the outside of your knee where you can feel the hamstrings are like attaching to the calf. I like to reach sort of underneath those and then follow that underline. So you're getting between the hamstrings and the quadricep, finding that tender spot, pressing in. And if you don't feel it, there can be like a lot of flesh. There can be other muscles that are tighter that you don't notice it. But just see if you can find it for right now, and then we'll do another approach. It's quite deep. There it is. So I'm taking my whole knuckle fist and pressing in to get to this side. And I can feel my whole quadricep is like relaxed right now. So it's sagging over the top of it by at least a few inches. And I'm pushing past that. Woo, there's the tender spot. So right now we're handling what could be very emotionally laden on your body, shall I say. And I want you to approach this with compassion and love. Like maybe you're just feeling your body and it's exactly like you wish it would feel, and that is great. But maybe you're not, and that is great too, because your body's most important duty is to let us be free to do movement. And really that is a very valuable gift that not everyone has. So you can choose to nourish your body by respecting what it does do for you during this time. And that way you'll be expending your energy in a positive way that'll help you get stronger faster, rather than just negative self-talk. Doesn't help, yeah? Okay, one more stretch here in the middle, and then we're gonna add together rolling like a ball, which we'll do next, and what we did at the very beginning where we're standing and tapping that foot in that one-legged squat. So as you're forward here in this butterfly stretch, think about curving your whole crown of your head into your crotch, rounding your whole back. And let's walk up part way. Now, if you're not as ridiculous hip flexible as I am, then your knees are going to be much farther up in the air, and that is normal. It's what I expect. So I don't expect people to do this. It has its downsides, trust me. So your legs might be quite high. That's fine. Let's take our head, curve our back, and contract and drop our head into the soles of the feet. And we're going to hold on to their ankles tight gently. We're going to contract, Pilates scoop lifting up, and use that action to bend our head down as a little warming fire building. Okay, here we go. Head drops down and we go contract, contract, contract. So my head drops as I pull my abs in and back, in and back, in and back, in and back. I'm not using my arms at all. Let it get warm in your belly. All right, come up tall. Hands behind your knees. We're going to roll like a ball a few times. Here we go. We are up on our balance point. We're going to tuck the tailbone underneath. Roll to your shoulders. Roll back up. And try not to hit your toes on the floor, because you're going to stick your chest up and pull your shoulders back, and those are your brakes. Here you go. Rolling like a ball. Ding! Ding! And in rolling like a ball, we don't want to roll onto our necks, so just up to your shoulders. All right. From your balance point position, can you open one knee out? Bring it up, roll back. Down. Open one knee out, roll it back. Open one knee out. Open one knee out. All right, from there, this front foot is going to point straight forward, knee and toe. And you want to think about that as being the place that we're going to get our weight over. So I'm going to take my head and shoulders and get them past this knee toe. I'm going to reach through. Remember pointing your bottom leg. Whoosh. See if you can get to it. We're going to curve back down like I'm rolling down. My butt's going to touch the floor. I'm going to gather up my thighs to roll like a ball. Back to the shoulders, back up. Open one leg. I'm on the other side now. You can alternate or stay on one side, but as long as you do the same number as both, it's fine. Whoosh. Ah. Roll it back. Open it up. Whoosh. If your ankle on the floor is giving you grief, or that knee, point your foot more. Yeah, if it's bent, it's going to be uncomfortable to roll over. If you're having trouble getting past here, remember that your head and shoulders are going to lead past this toe. So let them keep going. And if everything's going awesome, you can stand right up. Maybe not today, but you can try. As you're coming up, your head and shoulders past that knee, then you need your butt to get over that heel. And yes, I do push off the top of my foot on the floor. All right, take it down to the floor, friends. Flap it out. 5-second nap. Good job, you just rolled to the floor and back. Go ahead and put your feet close together near your buns. Bent legs, you're on your back. Let's roll those pelvises. Rock them out. Take your arms down by your sides. Pressing your shoulders open so your chest is rising slightly but still touch the floor. Big breath in. Exhale, pelvic floor up, Pilates scoop in. Bringing your ribs together and your shoulders firmly back to the ground. We're gonna bring our toes super close, heels down, thighs together, roll up to the bridge. 3, 4, take your time, long neck. 7, 8, and roll it down. Squeeze those legs together the whole time. Make sure your toes are pointing forward. 7, 8, there's your 12 o'clock, neutral, 6 o'clock, neutral, 12 o'clock. Roll it up. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Roll it down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 12 o'clock, neutral, 6 o'clock, neutral. Roll it up. 2, 3, 4, pause. All right, we're gonna press our full arms into the mat, so we're lifting our ribs just a little half inch more. We're gonna keep hollowing out those bellies. I'm not pressed all the way up because I'm now gonna add a booty squeeze to lift those hips. Keep your thighs parallel, booty squeeze. Push, push, push. Push the earth away. Push. Breathe. Roll it down. 2, 3, 4. Knees to your chest. Squeeze them in, smash them in with your arms, strong arms. Rock side to side, lengthen that lower back. Hollow it up. Here we go. Head, neck, shoulders, 100s. Keep resetting your Pilates scoop and your pelvic floor lift. Long back of the neck. Tiny kick of the legs. Back to your 100s. And bring it in. Relax your neck, especially turn your neck all the way to the right. Press your left shoulder down into the mat. Turn your face away from that. So tighten your abs. Lengthen that neck. Switch sides. Turn your head to the other side. Really open the neck. Long back of the neck, shoulders down. Looking down at the mat on your left side. Bring your head, neck, and shoulders back into alignment. Time check. Good. All right, double leg stretch with arms. We're going to pull our knees into our chest so that your tailbone comes slightly off the floor. And we're going to pull our head, neck, and shoulders up. Boy, it's hard not to stick out your belly here. So really think about hollowing in and up. And then we're going to open, 2, and home. 2, hollow in and up. I'm going to exhale as I draw together. I'm pushing in and up instead of down and out. Good, hold those legs. Take your knees to the right. Spinal twist. We're gonna let the left leg top pass over the top of the right leg. So we really feel the weight of the thigh, pulling our hip over. And again, looking all the way to your left. Both shoulders on the mat. Good, bring those legs in. And other side. Big twist. Looking all the way to the right, with legs going all the way to the left. Breathe into it. Bring it back center. Circle those knees. All right, we got 2 minutes. We're gonna take our legs up in the air. We're gonna bring them together. We're gonna hollow in and up. We're gonna go for our last 1 minute gonzo time. Here we go. We're pulsing up. 2. The beat we go up. 2. And beat your legs. We're going cross, cross, cross. Double. Cross, cross, cross. Good. Open them up. Bend them. Grab your heels. Knees to the side. Bring your heels together. Head, neck, and shoulders off the ground. Your inner thighs should feel this, even though you have your hands on it. Good. Stretch them up and out. And we will go center pulse. Side to side, 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 side. Back center, 4, 3, 2, other side, 4. We go 4, 3, 2, 1. Back center, 4, 2, 1, 2. Repeat 2, 1, 2. Other side, 1, 2. Now single, single, and right, and left, and single, and left, and right. Single, hold, legs up, and bend. Hollow up, slide it out. Roll over onto your abdomen. And stretch. Oh, you did it! Hooray! Press it back. Big deep breath. Have some gratitude for what you did today. Good job. Enjoy the rest of your week. Yay! Thank you for checking out.